My name is Larry Warshaure. I'm an investor in Titan Asset Management Fund. It's www.titanassetmanagement.fund. This fund started trading as a hedge fund on May 8th. And from May 8th to June 30th, they had the end of their quarterly report, that second quarterly report. The report gave you the impression, and written down in the report, that they were up 8.5% gain. However, the trading that was completed, as documented by Alpha Verification Services, which is run by a man named Mike Hutzapple, indicated that there actually was a loss of $10,779, with commissions incurred of $4,722. So rather than being up 8%, the actual trading results were down $10,779. And the people who invested in the fund, they have to pay for the commissions because it's a hedge fund. So they had to pay $4,722. Between July 1st and September 30th, the report that was created by Apple Verifications said that basically the trading was broke even. However, when you look at the actual trades in the interactive broker statements, the actual trades showed a loss of $1,616,807 with $112,530 in commissions. So the Alpha Verifications report gave you the impression they had broken even, and the actual reality is they lost $1,616,000 and $807. However, it got more problematic because the trading between October 1st and November 7th indicated there were additional losses just between October 1st and November 7th of $857,691, with additional commissions incurred now of $99,439. And then, unfortunately, by the time December 31st rolled around, the Alpha Verifications report indicates that the fund had lost 91% of the value of its money. And the administrator of the fund, whose name is Alex Sharf, he indicated that the fund had stopped trading and they're going to soon close the fund, and they're asking the investors, do they want the remaining balance returned to them? And they're being so nice and waiving the 10% penalty fee for not letting you hold the account open for a whole year. So they're going to waive that and just give you back the approximately 4%, 5%, 6% of the value of the fund that you have left. So for example, I invested $50,000. They returned to me a check for $2,655, which represents a 94% loss of my money. And many other people had similar losses. They've lost at least 90% of their money just in 6 months. So the reason I'm making the video is to point out two things: that the losses were large, but the reporting of the results was different than the actual trade history. That they were giving you the impression in that June 30th report that they were up 8%, but they actually had lost $10,000 and $5,000 in commissions. And the September 30th report by Alpha Verifications, done by this man Mike Hutzapple, it said they basically broke even, but in reality, the trading, they lost over $1.6 million and incurred commissions of over $100,000. And the point is, the final report that Mike created, which was in December 31st, that was accurate. They lost 91% of their money, and Alex Sharf, who's telling you, you want the remaining of your money back, we'll give it back to you because we're going to go out of business. We're closing the fund soon, and we've stopped trading. Now, the principal trader in this was a co-founder of the company named Jamaal Ghauri. And Alex Sharf and Jamaal Ghauri were the people that gave you the impression they were successful. Alex, as a manager of the fund, he's saying he's very transparent, very open and honest about everything he does. And Jamaal, who said he had a tremendous track record for 6 years of being very successful trading. That did not play out when they opened up their fund as a public entity, because within 6 months of them beginning on May 8th to December 31st, they decided to close it down, and they've already lost at least 90% of everybody's money. So why am I making the video? There are people other than myself who have lost money, obviously. It's a hedge fund. He raised some money through enticing the public to invest in the fund. I now personally only know of one person other than me. That person's name is Neil Moda, and he's been in contact with me. We have an interest in trying to find other people who have also lost money in investing in Titan Asset Management Fund. And I would like those people to please contact me. And my email address is larry5678@hotmail.com. I'll repeat that, larry5678@hotmail.com. And please contact me, and then we can hopefully join forces and maybe hire a lawyer to investigate this matter further. Particularly, not that there were losses. You know, you can make mistakes and losses, and you could be a lousy fund. You could be a lousy hedge fund manager, right? And that obviously is the case, because on no time did they ever make any money. But that's not so much the problem. The problem is that they were reporting. Alex was saying they were profitable. Jamaal was saying he was profitable. Mike is saying in his reports they're profitable, but they weren't. You lost all your money in 6 months, right? So we'd like to know about, if we join forces, maybe we could report this to a lawyer, and the lawyer would take the case to try to get a settlement from them to help us get our money back. Because we've lost a lot of money, and we consider it fraud because the reporting didn't reflect what the actual trading results were. And that was obviously true, because at the end, the last report on December 31st, then there was no more money to hide anything about what the results were. The results were, we've lost 91% of your money, and that's actually in the report. And then Alex will email to you, Alex Sharf will email to you, we're going to close the fund down. Do you want the remaining balance of your money back? That's the situation. So if you were one of the people that had an account with Titan Asset Management Fund and started trading anywhere between May 8th, when they started, to December 31st, and you've lost money, please contact me, Larry Warshaure, at larry5678@hotmail.com, and we'll start communicating, and perhaps we can find an attorney who'll be happy to take a case and bring this to trial with the hope of getting a settlement so that we get our money back. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.